So we're gonna go to the.
Yeah, now y'all who are on air with us, we're gonna segue straight into the next thing. The next thing we have coming up is the 5AD2 recap.
5AD2 recap.
Yep. You know, we got the 6 teams over there. First game, Brenham versus Rudder. You expected blowout. I expected a 10-point game. You said by 30. Again, you were right. You're off by 3 points again.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 48-21 game.
Yeah.
But now, just for a second, I want to talk about that game because it didn't look like that at first.
You watched it.
Yes, I mean, it started out, Brenham was up by 14.
Mm-hmm.
They jumped up, right?
Right.
Then it was 14-7. Then it was 21-7.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rudder just started chopping back.
Wow.
Chopping back. It ended up 28-21.
Wow.
And that's when Brenham just smashed the gas. When it was 28-21, I guess they said, hey, look, you know,
Too
enough
close.
is enough.
Yeah, too close.
The game is too close. And they just closed it out in the fourth quarter. They scored 2 more times.
Okay.
So it was a good game. It isn't reflected on this paper,
Mm-hmm.
but Rudder they stepped up. They did step up.
That's what's up.
Then we got the upset of the week. Well, I call it an upset. I mean, we said it could go either way, right?
Right. They so close in comparison in the district.
Right. So you got Randall versus Lamar Consolidated, and Lamar Consolidated won.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. 21-17.
Big ups to Lamar Consolidated.
Big up to Lamar
Especially
Consolidated.
they had just had the Lake Creek effect. They played Lake Creek the week before, and every team that plays Lake Creek the following week, they seem not to play as well.
But they really stepped up.
Right.
They stepped up. I mean, they were ready. So they played a good game, and they took the victory 21-17. Then we come to the last but not least, Lake Creek versus Huntsville game.
Oh, man.
That was a much weighted game, and
Right.
A lot of people thought it was going to be a pretty close game. 46-6.
Yeah. Shout out to Nephew. Lake Creek. Nephew had 5 touchdowns, 20 carries for 210 yards. I mean, there was no answer. Coach over at Huntsville said he wanted to put 4 helmets on them at all times. How did that work for you, Coach? Oh man, what a game!
It was quite a game. And I'll say to Huntsville, the one thing that I really admired the most about them in this game is that they stuck to their game plan.
Right.
And their game plan kept the score from getting out of hand.
Right.
Because if they had started loading the box like the teams have a tendency to do,
they would have just went to the air.
It would have been just
right.
It would have been
a
ridiculous game. But no, they decided to play straight football. They didn't
Right.
load the box that much.
Man.
And
Lake Creek, that O line was amazing. The D line was amazing. I mean, they just played their hearts out.
look,
Team.
The line, and I'm gonna roll some reels. I'm actually gonna roll some videos.
Okay.
So the people who are not on the podcast who are watching us live or watching us, on YouTube, on We Famous, will actually be able to see these plays,
Right.
and they can see the linemen and their execution.
Oh,
what
man.
they were doing. Every time Ty was breaking,
Right.
every time there was a big play,
Oh, the line.
the line were just handing
Oh,
it
yeah.
out.
Well, you don't get yards like that without just a good line. You
But I
have
gotta
to
stress
have
it
a
because
real
these
good
guys,
line.
for the most part, they're young. I think there's one senior.
Right. They're mostly juniors and sophomores.
Right.
And they're even playing some freshmen here and there. So, yeah, freshmen here and there. So, yeah, they looking good.
They're looking good.
Lake Creek.
So Lake
is
Creek
on the
46, Huntsville 6.
And by the way, Lake Creek, I heard Dave Campbell mention it on the show. They're one of the few 9-0 teams.
Shout out to Lake Creek being
In the
9-0 in the state.
Yeah, be on the lookout for them.
Yeah, definitely be on the lookout for Lake Creek. We expect big things.
And who had a bye this week?
Montgomery had to buy.
Montgomery had.
To buy this week.
Okay.
So this upcoming week, there's going to be quite a few challenges.
Right. And we're going to get to that in the next show.
Yep. So shout out to the winners this week, which was Brennan over Rudder, Lamar Consolidated over Randall, and Lake Creek over Huntsville. And until next week,
Numbers don't lie. People do.
Peace.